Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I was taken to these 6 stars here with the flowers, but it took me to 6 stars. Are we giving something a star rating? Anyway, cheers. Cheers to the channel of lovers. Oh, my coffee's cold. It's fine, I don't mind cold coffee. Okay, written in the cards, written in the stars, written in the cards. I've chose a few decks. So we have this, which is a game, and then we have the Power of Love, and we have the Divine Feminine's deck, and we have a squeaky chair, and the Psychic Tarot, and we have the Power of Intention by Dr. W. Dyer. Okay, but we're going to start with these. Next round and winning. Okay, scoring. Oh, that's interesting. So it's all kind of coming in with this. Scoring. How many stars are you going to give it? Anyway, I've not played this game. I just use the cards. You can use anything really to bring messages through. So we're going to do into 4 decks, okay? Don't need that. Well, there's some dice. Pounds and money has nothing to do with spirituality. It's because money doesn't exist in heaven. It's here for us to play with, but there you go. Because that's a crystal ball that's been crossed out. And then that one there. And that. But these piles are a bit higher than the other piles. I'll take off them cards. We're going to, what's it called? Is it leveling the playing field? The Rogue Pole. North Pole. It took me to polar opposites. North Pole, South Pole, the Rogue. The Rogue takes me to someone who just went missing. Song and the Ashamed is in reverse. Why did you go missing? Did you feel ashamed? I don't know what these cards say. Let's have a look. Spy. Scientist. The law of attraction was coming through because you can use the power of the law of attraction to manifest money, abundance. Like if you was to read the book The Secret, you could manifest, okay? But there's like deeper principles underneath that. It's a way of being. So you can focus on a particular goal, an accomplishment, and attain that. But it's like every time that you want to manifest something, rather than allowing your manifestations to come to you because you're in that state of openness, you don't have to kind of get yourself into that state of being anymore. You are that state of being. So Abraham Hicks was going to be part of The Secret, the writing, and was part of like composing that material, but chose not to be part of the movie, and I think part of the book in the end, because it's deeper. This is about people just manifesting, you know, material stuff. It was about manifesting peacefulness and positiveness and pleasure, and all the money in the world will not provide you that long term. Okay, the wise. Staircase to heaven. The wide. Think bigger. The irritable. That's because you're it's like you're sending out conflicting interests. So you can be positive to manifest, and then you may doubt that. I think the universe may be confused as to what it is you're actually wanting. Because it's like you put in your order and then you cancel it. The jumpy. So you're on edge. Paranoid. The insecure. Okay. It is what it is, isn't it? These are emotions. It's like roll the dice, don't think twice. Happy face and a plus, which is positivity. A positive mental attitude at all times. I'll start with that one. Okay, I feel like we're going to be reading from the book for each of these poems. So let's have a look and see where this reading is going. Cat. Okay, cat. So let me tell you about cats. Cats are viewed as being spiritual protectors. Be kind to the cats. They're very in touch. Dogs are your physical protectors. So physically, a human is a master to the dog. The cat is spiritually master to the physical human. I think you get the idea. Cats are all. Okay. I feel drawn to go to, I'm just going with this reading. I feel drawn to go to page number 70, seeing as we have a V11. I feel page number 70, did I say that? Or did I say card number 70? Okay, so let me just get my glasses. Cat's eyes. So we're going to page number 70, which is here. This is so brilliant. Thank you. So, page number 70. I'm not going to read this little bit here, but we start here at number 4, the thought world. 5, the spirit world. And I was just talking about, well, the physical world and the spiritual world. Your thoughts are an extremely high frequency of pulsation that moves beyond the speed of sound and even light. The frequency of thoughts can be measured, and the impact that they have on your body and your environment can be calculated. Once again, the same rules apply. Higher frequencies nullify lower, faster energies, convert slower. Let me repeat that. Higher energies nullify lower, faster energies convert slower. A colleague I admire enormously, David Hawkins MD, has written a work which I've referenced often called Power versus Force. In this remarkable book, Dr. Hawkins elaborates on the lower frequencies of thought and their accompanying emotions and how they can be impacted and converted by exposure to higher and faster frequencies. I urge you to read this book, and I'll present some of those findings in the section on raising your energy levels. Every thought you have can be calculated to determine if it's strengthening or weakening your ability to reconnect to the highest and fastest energy in the universe. The spirit world. Here is the ultimate in energy. These frequencies are so supersonically rapid that the presence of disorder, disharmony, and even disease is impossible. These measurable energies consist of 7 faces of intention, written about throughout the pages of this book. They are the energies of creation. When you reproduce them in yourself, you reproduce the same creative quality of life that called you into existence. They are the qualities of creativity, kindness, love, beauty, expansion, peaceful abundance, and receptivity. These are the highest energies of the universal spirit itself. You came into existence from this energy, and you can match up with it energetically as you remove the low energy pulsations from your thoughts and feelings. Wow, it's like a conversation over a conversation. Let's continue. I am not too sure what I just read there as the distraction in the background. Hey, it's all good. Let's carry on. Let's have a look at this this pile here. The lucky. What was going through was coming through an equal level field, or a level, equal level field, equal playing field, or is it a level playing field? The lucky. Oh, and then we have neighbour in reverse. Yes, I was contemplating about stopping the recording, but my neighbour left as soon as I'd finished reading that, so lucky. Oh, lucky you. Okay, lucky, look. Positivity brings you luck. Superstition, because I know I'm taken to the cat, and if you're superstitious, then you may be under the impression that black cats are unlucky. This is not the case. That's untrue. And you're best not to believe in silly superstitions, okay? You create your own luck. Let's go to, oh my goodness, I don't even know what C number is in Roman numerals. Let's find out, because then I can maybe discover C in Roman. Okay, I could discover what page number to go to. It's 100. So 100, and then we have an XXV111. Okay, so 110, 120, 125, 100, 128. That's the page we're going to. Can you see what I'm looking at here? CXXV11, 128. I can see the number 1. It slid down and showed me the number 1. What page number again? 128, Lucy. Of love? Okay, of love. What's interesting, I will read this page number, 128. But it starts off with of love. It's number 4, and 5, which were the numbers previously from 70. It was 4 and 5. I don't know what the camera's like here, if you can see what I'm showing you. But you can listen. 128. Of love, and which inspires fear. Now, since love is our true nature and the source of all, anything that creates fear can't be real. As you see, the feeling of love is associated with yourself as an infinite being. Then you must rely on this feeling to tell you the truth. Your place in the active side of infinity assures you of a feeling of security, love, and permanent connection to intention. Okay, number 4. In any moment in which you find yourself thinking low energy thoughts of fear, despair, worry, sadness, anxiety, guilt, and so on, just for a moment stop and consider whether this makes any sense from the perspective of the active side of infinity. Knowing that you're here forever and always connected to your source will give you an entirely new outlook. In the context of infinity, living any moment of your life in anything other than appreciation and love is a waste of your life energy. You can quickly dissipate these lower energies and simultaneously connect to the power of intention by cleansing those lenses of perception and seeing everything as it is, infinite, as William Blake suggested. Number 5. Take a few moments to reflect on the people you were close to and loved who have crossed over. Being aware of your infinite nature and staying in infinity's active side allows you to feel the presence of these souls who can't die and did not die. In John O'Donohue's book of Celtic wisdom called Anam Cara, he offers these words with which I not only concur, but I know to be true from my own personal experience. I believe that our friends among the dead really mind us and look out for us. We might be able to link up in a very creative way with our friends in the invisible world. We do not need to grieve for the dead. Why should we grieve for them? They are now in a place where there is no more shadow, darkness, loneliness, isolation, or pain. They are home. They are with God, from whom they came. You can not only communicate with and feel the presence of those who've crossed over, you yourself can die while you're alive, and rid yourself now of these shadows and darkness by living in the active side of infinity. Okay, brilliant. That was brilliant stuff. What are we doing now? I'm not too sure. I'll just go with it. A conversation is about to take place. So it's like I could hear an ambulance outside. That's what I was taken to with emergency paging Dr. Beat. Emergency. Is there an emergency? Look, pack your bags. Time to go. Let's tap into these messages. A message is just about to take place regarding travel, needing to up and move quickly. I had a message through earlier regarding like, you better be ready, because when I come, you need to be ready. You need to be able to go. I don't feel it's anything like dangerous or serious, but this is, are you ready? Because it's go time. So are you ready to jump on board? Are you ready to up and locate? Are you ready to go on holiday? Are you ready to get away? It's that kind of energy. Are you ready to do this? Two cards there. My goodness, a few cards have fallen onto the floor. I will get those. Okay, so my hands are shaking a little bit. I mean, I personally don't feel nervous. I'm ready to be ready. And the cards are coming out in pairs. The cards. And I've still got this deck in my hand, so wow, look at these. All twos. So we're still working off of these piles. They've just been condensed down. Just the two of us. That's the energy of needing to just be with you alone. The song that's coming through is Silk Sonic. What you doing? Oh, where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. Shut your trap. I sipping coffee in a robe. I'm not in a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean. My pool warm. I just shaved. Smooth like a newborn. Are you ready? Divine Feminine, are you ready? We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. Girl, what's happening? All the should-ofs, what we should be doing. You can never shoulda, coulda, would've. You didn't. But what about now? The Psychic Tarot. It's like it's all prepared. Like he's ready. So, geez, let's hope you're ready. No playing games now. Okay. No coulda, shoulda, woulda's coming up. Well, you should have done this, or you could have done that, or I would have done that. It's not about that. It's about now. Can't be doing with no nonsense. I'm in agreement. There's a life to live, isn't there? There's a world to create. Let's look at this first card here. We have a spiritual strength. This masculine is being held and he's feeling strong. Hence why he's not going to take any nonsense. Are we getting it on? Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Box. In reverse, it's the wandering. So this is the energy of wanting to have you in a box. You and him in the box. Close the lid. In a room. It's like get a room. It's time to get a room. Third eye's open here. Wand. Magic. The timid is in reverse. He's no longer timid. I know what I want, and I want you. I don't know if that's a song, but that's the words that were coming through. I know what I want, and I want you. Next pile, please. Love begins. Two different physical beings. They're disgusted. So is love going to be beginning, or are we still feeling disgusted regarding acting like a pirate? Got to get over it. lady. Yes, talking, I feel, to the divine feminine. The masculine understands that his behaviour has been disgusting. But you've behaved like a lady. So continue to do that. But disrespectful. Okay. I mean, you have it. Okay, you don't. I was going to say you have every right, but you don't. You have no right to pull this masculine up on his behaviour. What I'm taken to is like the like if you were to stone someone to death, and it's like you who have never sinned can throw the first stone. Otherwise we all deserve to be stoned. The disgusted lady, the disrespectful egg. Because this is about the journeys that you've been on. The blank, not knowing. I got my mind set on you. He's not you. He's him. Next. Triumphant success. So this is the resurrection. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. This masculine wants to resurrect this connection. What do you say? What come through my mind was, yes please, I've been waiting for you. And then George Michael come through. I knew you were waiting. I knew you were waiting for me. This is not a time for lies. Honesty, transparency, integrity. I've got the Divine Feminine's deck, so this is really about how you're going to respond. How you feel about this, the early. You may not feel ready. Well, you may have thought this was actually going to take longer. I feel that's because there's been an acceptance, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is coming like a bit too early, I'm not ready. I've asked you, are you ready? The early. Also, I feel this could be about like in the morning, early morning time. Award. He's going to deserve an Oscar. He's going to deserve an Oscar. So this is about the star rating at the beginning. I feel he's coming in with a really good performance here. We're going to give him 6 stars, alright? It's totally changed. Something's happened. Something happens overnight. And he's just brave. And he wants to know. I want to know what love is. And I want you to show me. I mean, are you going to tell him to sod off? He's too late. He's not too late. It's under divine timing. And it's what your soul and heart truly desires. So why you were telling it to go away when it's what you've manifested in its time? Crazy. You'd be crazy. So, what's your star rating going to be when you have to handle this situation, Divine Feminine? How many stars will you be given on your response? Have a think about that. Firm foundations. This masculine's feeling strong. I mean, it's a big decision for him. You've kind of settled into, you haven't really changed your mind, you haven't changed your, you followed your soul. Your heart knows what it wants. It's just your pride getting in the way, pride and ego. Because you've been hurt. This masculine's hurt as well. He's been through it. And he's just woken up. So he's feeling strong. He's ready to take on any mountain, but don't mess him up. Don't mess him around. Because I feel if you did, it could really send him into a deep downward spiral. And you don't want that. You don't want that on your conscience. Just because you've been hurt. He's been hurt as well. He's hurt himself. He's hurt you, the Divine Feminine, his lady. It's like he doesn't know how to make it up to you apart from never to do that again and to start afresh. And fresh start. Clean slate. Start again. You're both different, evolved. You have a higher understanding now. Look, the lost. Yes, oh, look at that, the review. 3 stars. The lost. It's like because I was taken to like an identification card. It's like he lost his identity. You both have. You both lost your old identity. The egotistical one. Dungeon. So if you only give him like a 2-star review, I'm going to give you 10. 1,000 stars just for being brave. You're always rewarded when you do the right thing. And people respect you when you do the right thing. But look at the dungeons here. No, I don't want you going back into the dungeon. Look, the narrow-minded. He's no longer narrow-minded. So come on, don't send him back to the dungeons. When did I share the song Stevie Wonder, Overjoyed? It's on the community tab. It's a post that I put up. And it's the lyrics. He hasn't come this far to like be turned away now. For you to change your mind. You haven't changed. Your mind's all over the place maybe. Overwhelmed. This was a very, very interesting reading. This packing, because there's this question mark here, and the psychic crystal ball, although it's half and half, look. Half a face and half a crystal ball. It's a combination of spirit and physical effort. This firm foundation was taking me to, this masculine wants to be able to provide a home, security for you. You won't know what form that is until he comes forth. That's if you're going to allow him the opportunity to speak. Should we get some guidance from the Divine Feminine's Oracle? Let's do it. All the time I have what? I don't know what the words are. I have built up my castle of love. It's about always having you in mind, but you're not aware of it. So Zhao Yangjing. It's the mystic of peace. I am peace when my mind is clear, the way is clear. And that's what I'm saying, it's like you just, too many thoughts. When your mind is clear, the way is clear. "158" is the page number, and that's the number we're going to read from the book as well, The Power of Intention. What page number was it? 158. Zhao Zhangjing embodies the unwavering tranquility that exists deep beneath the turbulence of our daily thoughts. Zhao was a 12th century Taoist mystic and poet. The night before her son's birth, she had a dream that she was immersed in a red mist. I felt this energy of overnight, something happens. So the night before her son's birth, she had a dream that she was immersed in a red mist. This is a very auspicious sign in Chinese culture. The title given to her as a master was Free Human of Mystic Peace. The emphasis in her poetry was the power inherent in stillness. The secret of the receptive, she writes, must be sought in stillness. The way, or Taoism, is a spiritual practice of clearing the mind so that when we take action, it isn't from the ego, it's from the source of life itself. Wow. Okay. So we had that card come up, the Hermit card, which was living the Tao. I felt the masculine had been studying, and if he's been studying the Tao Te Ching, looking into Taoism, you can understand the clearness of his mind and the answers that he's found through stillness. How many stars are we going to give him? I mean, come on, seriously. That's bloody brilliant. 10. The pedestal of awareness is steady as a boulder. Zhao taught that meditation allows us to disengage from the surface drama the ego can invite us into. She often refers to the moon in her poetry because that was the symbol of the eternal sky, or the freedom we can reach if we stop looking at the light and shadows the moon casts and see the moon itself. So when your soul selects her card, okay, before I read this, because I've just seen the name, I was going to mention when I said you're crazy. Like, if you, this is what you desire and this is your manifestation, this is your true love, okay, starting from now, nothing to do with what's happened in the past. It was all a learning, growing, getting ready experience. If you're still having those internal paddies with your divine masculine, with the blocking and, you know what I'm talking about, the nonsense, then you're not ready. And Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity was doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It's like, you're crazy. Do you want this love of a lifetime or not? Albert Einstein repeatedly said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Clarity only comes from clarity. There is a peace and calm that exists far beneath the constant banter most of us listen to all day within our minds. Orpha Glissa, I can't pronounce the word, so I'm just skipping it. Author Calissa Pincola Estes called it the river beneath the river. It's the steady flow of the universal life force that wants us to reach our goal if we can only get still enough to merge with it. Wu Wei in Taoism translates as doing nothing. It's a sacred feminine art of trusting the force of life that exists within us all. Zhao mastered this spiritual practice by calming her mind and experiencing the still center that's at the eye of every storm. Zhao is a call for us to be still, to do nothing other than shift our awareness. Come out of the current state of mind we're in before making any moves or decisions. She reminds us that we only want to take action when what is moving us is the force of love at the heart of everything. Okay, here's a soul voice meditation. Enter the heart and ask to experience stillness. Repeat the mantra, I am peace. And the intention, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. I was going to page number 158, I think. Okay. I'm going to get this page number ready. I'm going to read from the last deck of oracle cards I've got here. But I might forget the number. 158, so it's ready. The Power of Love activation cards. Should we roll the dice? Let's do it. Money, and now we're laughing. We're in the money. What's that symbol down? Is it 5 o'clock or is it 10:30? Okay. From 5 o'clock to 10:30. You are always on my mind. You are always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. You are always on my mind. You are always on my mind. I feel like everything has its purpose, okay? You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. That's your purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Be sure to be demonstrating that love to the person that you love the most. It's like, don't push them away. People with a purpose are leaders. People with a purpose, coupled with compassion, are teachers. Hello, Mr. Fly. What's that you're saying? You'd like a fly on the wall reading? Okay, maybe a bit later on. Okay, he's gone now. Delivered the message. Got it. Thank you. You have come to a point in your journey when you must demonstrate to yourself that you are a teacher. Okay. So people with a purpose are leaders. People with a purpose coupled with compassion are teachers. You have come to a point in your journey when you must demonstrate to yourself that you are a teacher, that you are compassionate. Now is the time to be the change that you want to see in the world. Being a person of integrity is your goal. You know your place in the world and how you may be an example to others for the betterment of humankind. You tend to have a very strong intuitive side and use it on a daily basis for clarity of purpose. You have a passion for everything you do, seeing each day as an opportunity to manifest love. You are blessed with a sense of inner peace because you are satisfied with who you are and what you have. Life seems easy because you have learned that you don't have to make the choice between love and fear. You already know that the negative energy of fear is not an option. Be a guiding light. Show the world how it's done. Beautiful. Divine Feminine, show the world how it's done. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, you're going to show the world how it's done with the utmost respect for each other and for the journey that you've been through. Jeez. This has been the toughest part of life that both of you have ever been through, ever experienced. But through that, you found yourselves, and you found the love for self, and you found the true love for each other. It's beautiful. And it's not too late. It's never too late. So let's read page number 158. What's interesting, page number, let's see if you can actually see this. No, 158. Might help if I actually turn. So, 158. Oh no, I'm pissing about it, but hey. At the beginning, it starts with the word willing. It says willing to work with you on your behalf, and that you're always in a friendly rather than hostile world. What world are you from? The friendly world or the hostile world? Step 6. Study and replicate the lives of people who've known their purpose. Whom do you admire the most? I urge you to read biographies of these people and explore how they lived and what motivated them to stay on purpose when obstacles surface. The Divine Masculine has this story, and the Divine Feminine has this story to tell of how they got to where they are. So whom do you admire the most? I urge you to read biographies of these people and explore how they lived and what motivated them to stay on purpose when obstacles surfaced. I've always been fascinated by Saul of Taurus, later called St. Paul, whose letters and teachings became the source of a major portion of the New Testament. Taylor Cadwell wrote a definite fictional account of St. Paul's life called Great Lion of God, which inspired me enormously. I was also deeply touched by the purposeful manner in which St. Francis of Assisi lived his life, as exemplified in the novel St. Francis by Nikos Kazantzakis. I make it a point to use my free time to read about people who are models for purposeful living, and I encourage you to do the same. Step 7. Act as if you're living the life you were intended to live, even if you feel confused about this thing called purpose. I mean, there's no coincidences, guys. Come on. Invite into your life every day whatever it might be that makes you feel closer to God and brings you a sense of joy. View the events you consider obstacles as perfect opportunities to test your resolve and find your purpose. Treat everything from a broken fingernail to an illness, to the loss of a job, to a geographical move as an opportunity to get away from your familiar routine and move to purpose. By acting as if you're on purpose and treating the hurdles as friendly reminders to trust in what you feel deeply within you, you'll be fulfilling your own intention to be a purposeful person. Guys, I love you all dearly. I will talk to you all soon. Until then, take care, much love. Bye for now.